Looking for some Naruto facts? You've come to the right place. The ninja world cooked up by Kishimoto-sensei is one of the wildest imaginable, from war-starting kaiju that live in the forest to world-slurping aliens that try to destroy every planet they come across. There's just so much to learn and explore once you look a little deeper than all the awesome jutsu and great fight scenes. Maybe you'll discover something new about yourself, too. Welcome back to ChannelFrederator. I'm Keegan, and today we're gonna fly through some classic Naruto videos all in one big marathon. 3 of our in-depth explorations into the ninja world, all in one easy-to-watch video. We'll kick it off with the complete Naruto timeline. The world of Naruto is deep and complex and spans back generations. It's kinda crazy to look back on what we knew about the ninja world when it first started versus what we know now. Who could have possibly imagined the insane history that took place? Let's get right into it. Approximately 1000 BNB, the Otsutsuki arrive. Ishiki Otsutsuki and his attendant Kaguya arrive on the surface of the planet, where they initiate the growth of a divine tree. Kaguya is intended to be a sacrifice devoured by the tree to facilitate its healthy growth and the production of a chakra fruit to be presented to the main Otsutsuki clan. However, Kaguya's desire for the fruit leads her to betray Ishiki, gravely injuring him. Jigen, a passing monk, saves Ishiki, who then imprints a karma seal on Jigen despite considering him an unworthy vessel. Kaguya hides among humans in the land of ancestors, erasing Emperor Tenji's memory to conceal her origins. She becomes one of his concubines and gains a servant named Aino. As tensions rise with the land of that due to a border dispute, Kaguya becomes pregnant with Emperor Tenji's children. A decree is issued to protect the land of that's representatives during their stay, threatening execution for any attacks. When these representatives menace Kaguya, she defends herself, resulting in pursuit by Tenji's guards and the death of her servant Aino. Fleeing to the mountains, Kaguya consumes the chakra fruit, awakening her Rinne Sharingan. She casts the infinite Tsukiyomi to ensnare those pursuing her, intending to transform them into Zetsu to protect herself from other Otsutsuki. Yet her affection for humanity remains, prompting her to release some and erase their memories, allowing their freedom. Kaguya gives birth to twins, Hagoromo and Hamada, the first to possess her chakra. Hagoromo and Hamada grow up, witnessing their mother's dual reception of reverence and fear. Kaguya's thirst for power drives her to merge with the God Tree, becoming the Ten Tails and attacking the land. The twins employ their powers to use the 6 Paths Chibaku Tensei, extracting the chakra from the Ten Tails and sealing its husk on the moon. Before her confinement, Kaguya creates Black Zetsu to carry out her revival. Hagoromo and Hamada each establish clans, with Hamada's group safeguarding the Ten Tails husk on the moon, except for the Hyuga clan. Hagoromo fathers twins, Indra and Ashura, each inheriting a unique aspect of his power. Hagoromo imparts chakra to humanity, teaching them to use it for harmonious connection called Ninshu. His sons, Indra and Ashura, develop contrasting traits. Indra possesses power but seeks revenge, while Ashura is morally superior. Choosing Ashura as his successor and the new Sage of 6 Paths sparks Indra's resentment. Indra departs with followers to develop ninjutsu, a militarized version of Ninshu. As Hagoromo ages, he divides the Ten Tails chakra into 9 beasts as protectors, hidden in temples across the world. Hamada's lineage and the Tenseigan, safeguarding Earth by harnessing Byakugan, face internal conflict, leaving only Toneri Otsutsuki's ancestors alive on the moon. On Earth, the descendants of Indra and Ashura, the Uchiha and Senju clans, engage in perpetual warfare, losing sight of their initial reasons. Approximately 75 BNB, the Warring States period's closing years. Approximately 25 years before the establishment of the village, with a potential margin of error, Madara Uchiha enters the world as the firstborn to Tajima Uchiha, leader of the Uchiha clan. In parallel, Hashirama Senju, the eldest offspring of Butsuma Senju, the head of the Senju clan, is also born. The following year marks the birth of Izuna Uchiha and Tobirama Senju. Tajima goes on to father 3 more sons, all of whom meet their end in the ongoing war, while Butsuma has 2 sons that meet a similar fate. Despite their divergent backgrounds, Hashirama and Madara both share a common sentiment towards the war that engulfs their world. They share clandestine conversations, expressing their disillusionment with the ceaseless conflict. Unfortunately, these secret exchanges are discovered by their respective fathers and brothers, leading to a rupture in their camaraderie. Hashirama, determined to salvage their friendship, clashes with Madara, who, in contrast, forsakes their bond and awakens his Sharingan. Their confrontations become recurrent, and as time passes, the mantle of clan head is passed down to them upon the demise of their fathers. As the battles persist, it becomes evident that the Senju are staging a comeback, turning the tide of the war. Izuna, Madara's sole surviving brother, sustains mortal wounds and urges Madara to carry on the Uchiha clan's legacy. In a selfless gesture, he bequeaths his nearly blinded Mangekyo Sharingan to Madara, who accepts it, manifesting the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Empowered by his newfound ability and driven by a bottomless well of grief and fury, Madara fuels the conflict further. However, gradually, more Uchiha abandon him, recognizing the futility of the war, and they defect to the Senju side. Despite Hashirama extending multiple offers for peace, primarily in consideration of Izuna, Madara remains steadfast in his defiance and continues to wage war even against insurmountable odds. In due course, Hashirama corners Madara and inquires about the conditions required for reconciliation. Madara's response is that only Hashirama's death could pave the way for peace. Hashirama accepts this and says that he will die. Touched by Hashirama's readiness to sacrifice himself, Madara experiences a profound change of heart. He intervenes to prevent Hashirama from ending his own life and consents to the prospect of peace. Approximately 50 to 43 BNB, the founding of Konoha. Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha convene with a sense of camaraderie and decide to unite their clans in the creation of a new village, rekindling their harmonious friendship. Positioned atop a rugged stone precipice that overlooks their fledgling community, they converse about their past and aspirations. Madara, skeptical of their dreams ever materializing, envisions a world where children no longer bear the weight of hastened maturity and the brutality of warfare. While coming up for a name for the village, Madara gazes upon it through descending leaves and christens it Konohagakure, which translates to the village hidden in the leaves. A stone is later designated as Hokage Rock, eventually carved with the visages of the Hokage to symbolize their vigilant guardianship over the village. The inaugural Hokage is yet to be determined. Hashirama extends the offer to Madara, but Tobirama intervenes, suggesting that the first Hokage should be chosen by popular vote. Following this decision, Hashirama emerges as the chosen leader, demonstrating the initial signs of turmoil for Madara. He begins to sense that the Uchiha will be perpetually marginalized by the Senju in silence. During a phase, Madara serves as Hashirama's advisor, striving to maintain peace according to his own methods. Yet, a contrast in their approaches emerges, with Hashirama valuing compassion and respect, while Madara fixates solely on strength. Madara resorts to coercing Onoki and Mu of Iwagakure into submission, inadvertently inciting similar actions from other formidable nations. Despite Hashirama's attempts to help Madara overcome his doubts, assuring him of his future as the second Hokage, Madara's influence wanes. His conviction grows firm that the mantle of the second Hokage will inevitably pass to Tobirama. Encountering the Uchiha Stone Tablet, which has been manipulated by Black Zetsu to propagate the notion that peace and Madara's vision could be attained through the infinite Tsukiyomi, he becomes inclined to awaken the Rinnegan for this purpose. Feeling hopeless, Madara endeavors to rally the Uchiha to revolt, but they're hesitant, having just emerged from a millennium-long conflict. They don't want another war. Madara ultimately takes matters into his own hands and departs from Konoha. In a series of attempts, he seeks to destroy the village, ultimately returning with the assistance of the Ninetales. Hashirama confronts this new threat, and their prolonged confrontation leaves a lasting mark on the land, shaping the Valley of the End. Their duel extends for over 24 hours, their skills evenly matched. Despite Madara's relentless efforts fueled by his boundless anger, Hashirama's superior endurance prevails. Observing Madara's diminishing strength, Hashirama capitalizes on a moment of vulnerability, using a clever wood clone diversion and fatally striking Madara from behind. However, Madara bites a big chunk of flesh from Hashirama's shoulder before dying. Tobirama examines Madara's body, endeavoring to unlock the secrets of the Sharingan from it, before eventually laying it to rest. Unbeknownst to all, Madara had employed a time-delayed Izanagi that rewrites reality to bring him back to life at the cost of one of his Sharingan. He establishes a base at the mountain's graveyard where he fuses Hashirama's flesh into his own to expedite his healing. Concurrently, Mito Uzumaki seals the Ninetales into her own body, becoming the inaugural Jinchuriki of the fearsome entity. In the same period, Hashirama sets his sights on assembling all the tailed beasts. International tensions escalate, culminating in a 5-Kage summit. Hashirama's aspiration is to foster peaceful relations by granting each nation access to a tailed beast for security, thereby promoting balance through mutual fear of destruction. Yet greed takes over, with Tobirama demanding compensation. In response, Suna's first Kazekage requests both monetary resources and additional territory for their tailed beast. The greed exhibited by these negotiations leaves Hashirama disillusioned. foreseeing a fragile peace that's unlikely to endure. As this goes down, an operative from Takigakure, Kakuzu, is dispatched to assassinate Hashirama. However, the first Hokage manages to fend off this attack and repels Kakuzu. Around this time, the Shinobi Academy is established, and among the first 36 graduates is Hiruzen Sarutobi. Approximately 34 BNB, the First Shinobi World War. For the first time since the end of the Warring States period, a major conflict emerges. Hashirama Senju dies as a result, and the title of Hokage is passed down to his brother, Tobirama. He does his best to keep things a-okay between the Uchiha and the rest of Konoha, believing that they should help the village as a whole as opposed to just focusing on their clan. The community involvement would help them feel like they're a part of the village, and as such, Tobirama creates the Konoha police force for the Uchiha to run. The Kinkaku force ends up killing Tobirama, which puts the title of Third Hokage in possession of Hiruzen Sarutobi. He ends the First Shinobi World War with an armistice. 24 BNB, January 25th and July 10th. Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki are born. 14 to 5 BNB, the Second Shinobi World War. The tenuous peace, though it endured for a time, suddenly shatters, giving rise to the eruption of the Second Shinobi World War. During this tumultuous period, Hanzo of the Salamander confronts the Konoha forces, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake. Only Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru managed to withstand this onslaught, earning them the moniker Konoha's Sannin for their unwavering resistance. Tragedy strikes Tsunade as Don Kato, her beloved, succumbs to battle-induced blood loss, instilling her with hemophobia. Meanwhile, 10-year-old Kushina Uzumaki finds herself chosen as the vessel for Kurama, leading to the passing of the ailing Mito Uzumaki. Around 12 BNB, a grievous mistake by Konoha's shinobi results in the inadvertent demise of Nagato's parents, compelling the young boy to take their lives. Nearly starving, Nagato is ultimately saved by Yahiko and Konin, embarking on a journey to seek training from the Sannin. Jiraiya's decision to remain behind for 3 years profoundly influences their growth. During this period, Nagato inadvertently employs his Rinnegan to eliminate a threatening shinobi, prompting Jiraiya to recognize their potential and dedicate himself to their instruction as ninja. Simultaneously, Kakashi, Obito, and Rin enroll in the academy. In the following years, Sakumo Hatake faces a heart-wrenching choice between safeguarding his team or fulfilling a mission. Opting for the former results in severe losses for Konoha, leading to public derision and ultimately driving Sakumo into a state of despair, which culminates in his tragic suicide. This profound loss drastically alters Kakashi, causing him to forsake his former creed of friends first in favor of a strict adherence to regulations, hoping to evade his father's grim fate. While an exact timeline remains unclear, the Second Shinobi World War eventually draws to a close, providing only a fleeting respite before the next conflict emerges just a few years later. Amidst these changing times, an aged Madara Uchiha awakens his Rinnegan, but his awakening comes too late for practical use. As a final act, he transplants his Rinnegan into a newborn Nagato, a decision speculated to have taken place around the year 19 BNB. 4 to 1 BNB, the Third Shinobi World War. Another war breaks out. Minato and his squad become Chunin, and Kakashi becomes a Jonin. The Rasengan is developed by Minato, and he teaches it to his mentor, Jiraiya. In hopes of ending the war, Kakashi is selected to lead his team to Kanami Bridge, while Minato is sent to the front lines. Without their mentor, though, Team Kakashi is in trouble. The enemy captures Rin, but Kakashi decides that they need to move on without her. Obito objects and decides to go rescue her despite his orders. The young Uchiha awakens his Sharingan during the skirmish, and Kakashi gets his eye destroyed. The duo manages to rescue Rin from her Iwanin captors, but at the cost of Obito being crushed by falling rocks. He pops out one of his freshly awakened Sharingan and gifts it to Kakashi, resulting in Kakashi earning the titles of Kakashi of the Sharingan Eye and Copy Ninja. Minato comes back and carries his busted team to victory. Everyone thinks Obito is dead, but he's actually rescued by Madara, who uses Zetsu Flash, which is largely composed of Hashirama cells, to bring him back from the brink. Rin dies, and Kakashi and Obito awaken their Mangekyou Sharingan. Obito goes back to Madara after witnessing his love's death, and the ancient Uchiha makes him his official successor, entrusting him with his plan before dying of old age. Meanwhile, the Akatsuki are going through some growing pains. Konin gets captured, and the enemy forces Yahiko to commit suicide. This kicks Nagato into overdrive, and he awakens his Rinnegan. Nagato's new eye powers bring the Geto statue around, and he murders all of Ame's forces except for Hanzo. When the Third Shinobi World War ends, Minato claims the title of 4th Hokage, and Hiruzen retires. Years 0 to 12 ANB. Naruto is born. Gaara comes into the world, but the process of sealing Shukaku within his mother during her pregnancy proves fatal, resulting in her demise. Naruto's birth follows, coinciding with Obito's infiltration of the village. Obito kidnaps Kushina after childbirth and extracts Kurama from her. The confrontation culminates in Obito's defeat and Kurama's containment within Naruto, but at the tragic expense of his parents' lives. Kakashi enlists with the Anbu and Root divisions. However, Danzo orders Kakashi to assassinate Hiruzen. Kakashi's allegiance shifts when he betrays Danzo and sides with the third Hokage. Subsequently, Orochimaru departs from the village. A period of peace is established between Konoha and Kumogakure, yet the Hyuga affair disrupts the tranquility. Peace can be restored if Hiyashi Hyuga's body is surrendered to Kumo. Though that doesn't happen, Hizashi's body is offered, eventually mending relations once more. This incident fosters Neji's resentment. In the year 6 A&B, Naruto and Hinata's initial meeting occurs en route to the academy. Itachi becomes a member of Team Ro under Kakashi's leadership. However, he unearths Obito's presence near the Naka Shrine. Following Danzo's orders, Itachi and Obito collaborate to eliminate the Uchiha clan, sparing only Sasuke. The compound witnesses a bloodbath. Sasuke stumbles upon this grim truth, subjected to Itachi's torment through Tsukiyomi. In the aftermath, Sasuke awakens his Sharingan and Itachi departs Konoha. Subsequently, Itachi affiliates with the Akatsuki and partners with Juzo Biwa, who later falls victim to Yagura. Itachi faces an assault by Orochimaru, severing Orochimaru's hand before Orochimaru flees the Akatsuki. Nagato, now known as Pain, annihilates Hanzo and his entire family. Inari and Kaiza cross paths. Gato's ruthless act of killing Kaiza leaves a lasting scar on the citizens of the Land of Waves, particularly Inari. In this time frame, Otogakure is established. On September 10th, 12 A&B, Naruto Uzumaki remains oblivious to the expiration of his milk. 13 A&B, Naruto's story begins. Naruto's skills as a ninja aren't super great, resulting in him failing the academy exams once again. He's sad. Mizuki convinces him to steal the Scroll of Seals, but this is just a big ol' trap. Irika Umino saves Naruto, who returns the favor by using multi-shadow clone jutsu to kick Mizuki's ass. The young ninja finally becomes a genin and joins Team 7. They barely pass the bell test, but manage to pester their way into a bigger mission. In the Land of Waves, Naruto uses his Jinchuriki powers for the first time and is super confused. Haku, Zabuza, and Gato all die. The Land of Waves, now free to do whatever they want, finish the bridge and name it after Naruto. This mission's success was impressive enough to launch the Green Team 7 right into the Chunin exams. Naruto freaks out during the Forest of Death and awakens his version 1 cloak, and Sasuke gets branded with Orochimaru's Curse Mark of Heaven. Jiraiya shows up and meets Naruto, and the exams are interrupted before the final fight could conclude, with Orochimaru murking his old master Hiruzen. The lack of Hokage sends Naruto and Jiraiya off to get Tsunade, but they're interrupted by the arrival of Itachi and Kisame. Sasuke gets his butt whooped, and Jiraiya teaches Naruto the Rasengan. Naruto uses this new move against Kabuto, and he convinces Tsunade to come on home and be the 5th Hokage. The Sound 4 convinces Sasuke to leave with them to get stronger, and Naruto and his pals go on a boys' trip to get their friend back. Even though they manage to kill all members of the Sound 4, Sasuke wins a 1v1 at the Valley of the End and leaves to join Orochimaru. Naruto doesn't want to be the only guy not training under one of the Sannin, so he and Jiraiya head off to train as well. 14 to 15 A&B. Naruto learns how to make use of his version 1 cloak without any side effects, but can't go version 2 without almost killing his loved ones. Gaara is named the next Kazekage and chills out a bit. The Akatsuki start hunting tailed beasts. 16 to 17 A&B. Naruto Shippuden. Naruto and Jiraiya return to the village. In a playful reunion, Team 7 conducts another bell test that Kakashi abandons, swayed by Naruto's threats of revealing the latest Icha Icha novel's conclusion. Simultaneously, Konohamaru dedicates himself to mastering the Rasengan. However, the tranquility is shattered when news of Gaara's abduction arrives. Team 7 embarks on a mission to rescue Gaara, but arrives too late, finding that he's lost his tailed beast and his life. Chiyo resurrects Gaara, sacrificing her own life in the process. Sasori perishes as well, disclosing Orochimaru's location before he dies. The Tenchi Bridge reconnaissance mission unfolds, with Yamato leading the team, albeit briefly due to a compromised cover. Even though they found Sasuke, Sasuke decides to ally with Orochimaru, causing Team 7 to return defeated. The Akatsuki suppression mission commences, coinciding with Naruto's training to perfect the Rasen Shuriken. Asuma's death happens, prompting Naruto to complete his technique and partake in the mission to eliminate the Akatsuki. He triumphs over Kakuzu while Shikamaru avenges Asuma by severing Hidan's head and entombing him alive. Meanwhile, Sasuke forsakes Orochimaru, slaying him and forming Team Hebi to pursue Itachi. Kabuto enhances himself with Orochimaru's tissue, mastering Sage Mode from the Snake Sages. News arrives that Sasuke has vanquished Orochimaru and he heads towards Itachi. Konoha intercepts Sasuke as he combats Deidara, who ignites an artful explosion to escape death. Manda sustains critical injuries, cursing Sasuke before dying. The anticlimactic battle against Itachi unfolds, concluding in a draw as Itachi's illness takes its toll. Itachi unveils the truth to Sasuke, shifting his vendetta from Itachi to Konoha. Team 7 returns home empty-handed. Jiraiya embarks on a mission to Amigakure for Akatsuki intel, meeting his demise at the hands of Pain and his 6 paths. Naruto masters Sage Mode on Mount Myoboku, later repelling Pain's attack on Konoha and restoring lives through his sacrifice. Following this battle, Tsunade's in a coma, ushering in Danzo's leadership as the 6th Hokage. Danzo attends the 5 Kage summit where Naruto bears Karui's assault for protecting Sasuke. Naruto's plea to spare Sasuke falls on deaf ears, culminating in a panic attack. Sasuke assaults the summit, targeting Danzo. He confronts the Raikage, deploying his Mangekyo Sharingan in combat. Obito triggers the 4th Shinobi World War. Sasuke eliminates Danzo and Naruto confronts Sasuke once more. Their clash ends in a draw, with Sasuke's overused Mangekyo causing blindness and Sakura's attempted assassination poisoning Naruto. Naruto trains with Killer Bee on an island while Sasuke implants Itachi's eyes, achieving the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Obito strikes a deal with Kabuto to get Ito Tensei on his side. Naruto grapples with his inner darkness, taming Kurama. Tsunade awakens and joins the war. Naruto emerges, uniting the allied shinobi forces against Pain. Itachi's release from Kabuto's control aids the fight against Kabuto. Sasuke and Itachi vanquish Kabuto. Sasuke resurrects Orochimaru, seeking insight from the Ito Tensei of the 4 Hokage. Naruto eliminates the sus Zetsu imposters in the allied shinobi forces. Naruto, aided by Kakashi, faces Obito, uncovering his identity and mission. The Ten Tails is revived and Madara teams up with Obito. Neji perishes, shielding Naruto. Obito absorbs the Ten Tails. Sasuke arrives with the original 4 Hokage. United, they extract the Ten Tails from Obito. Obito changes his path, aiming to resurrect the lives lost in the war, only to resurrect Madara due to Black Zetsu's interference. Madara fatally wounds Sasuke, extracting the Ten Tails and Kurama from Naruto. Obito seizes a portion of the Ten Tails and Kurama's yin half, sealing them within Naruto. Both Naruto and Sasuke receive visions of the Sage of 6 Paths, gaining his power. Sasuke awakens the Rinnegan and Naruto taps into 6 Paths Sage Mode, jointly battling Madara. Kaguya emerges with Black Zetsu's aid, casting the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Team 7, with the help of Sasuke's Susanoo, eludes its grasp and embarks on a multi-dimensional fight against Kaguya. Obito sacrifices himself to save Naruto. Team 7 seals Kaguya and frees the tailed beasts. Afterwards, Sasuke captures the tailed beasts and Naruto confronts him at the Valley of the End. During their clash, both lose an arm. Sasuke changes course, releasing the beasts from Chibaku Tensei and breaking the Infinite Tsukiyomi. Kakashi pardons Sasuke, who departs to atone for his actions. Kakashi ascends to the role of the 6th Hokage. 19A and B. Naruto, the last movie. A misguided descendant of Hamada, Toneri Otsutsuki, comes up with the idea that he should destroy Earth. He's gotta steal Hanabi Hyuga's eyes to make this happen and tries to marry Hinata. Shikamaru puts together a hit squad to rescue the Hyuga sweeties and they all head up to the moon. While there, they find out what Hamada really wanted. Toneri kidnaps Hinata, prompting Naruto to finally realize that he loves her. He crashes the wedding and kicks Toneri 6 ways from Sunday. When he accepts defeat, the Otsutsuki's Tenseigan fade away. However, he has one last kick at the can and tries to steal all of the Byakugan on the moon. This doesn't work. Naruto, being a pure and sweet lad, ends up saving Toneri and showing him what Hamada actually wanted. Toneri sticks around on the moon and Naruto and Hinata get married. Boruto follows soon after. Alright, now that you understand the ins and outs of ninja history, let's get into the mock with some very specific facts. This is 107 Naruto facts you should know.
Number 1. Sasuke Uchiha is named after Sasuke Sarutobi, the father of the third Hokage. Sasuke Sarutobi was, in turn, named after a famous Japanese literary character. Number 2. Naruto wasn't always going to be a ninja. At first, the creator intended for him to use a form of magic instead of ninjutsu, but he decided this was too confusing. Number 3. At one point, the Naruto anime was almost cancelled because an organization was displeased with the series' high death count. They issued a complaint requesting that one of the show's sponsors pool their funding. Well, then they saw the ratings and were like, you know what, money is awesome, let's stick with this. Number 4. That being said, Naruto himself has technically only killed one person canonically. It was Yura, a Jonin who impersonated Itachi. Number 5. If you pay attention to the first chapter of the manga, Choji's father can be seen in a panel as part of the group that wanted Naruto killed. Number 6. All Naruto fans know the name of the character's favorite ramen shop. It's Ichiraku, and actually exists in real life. It's a ramen shop in Kyushu, located near the university that Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, attended. Number 7. Shikamaru's IQ is over 200. That's higher than Stephen Hawking, Bill Gates, and Einstein. Number 8. In the manga, a scroll hanging in Sasuke's room reads Director Date, in reference to the director of the anime. It was changed in the anime to read Kishimoto-sensei, in reference to the original creator. Number 9. If you watch the American version of the anime, you may be wondering why Asuma's always walking around with unlit cigarettes in his mouth. It's because the smoke that comes off of them in the original Japanese version was actually edited out. Number 10. In Japanese, Naruto's catchphrase is Databayo. It has no translatable meaning and became believe it in the English dub of the anime, which fell out of use as the dub progressed. This felt much better than, get her done, which was already taken. Number 11. Naruto inherited his habit of databayo from his mother Kushina, who would say databane when excited or angry. His son Boruto has inherited from him and ends his sentences with databasa. I don't know what any of that means. Number 12. In early drafts of Naruto, Kakashi had his own trademark speech pattern. He would end his sentences with degozaru, which is an archaic form of the Japanese copula desu. Number 13. In 2006's Naruto the Musical, Sakura was played by not one, but two performers. They were twin singer-sisters Mana and Kana Mikuru. They're basically the Olsen twins of musical anime. Number 14. Team 7, better known as Team Kakashi, was the first team that Kakashi passed. Number 15. Many of Kakuza's techniques are named after mecha from the very first Gundam series, Mobile Suit Gundam. Kishimoto watched the series as a child. Number 16. A lot of the anime staff were fans of Hinata. Lucky for her, because that's the only reason she made it into the ending song Jitensha, or bicycle in English. Number 17. In fact, Team 8 or Team Kurenai, which Hinata is a part of, didn't appear much in the manga. They're more present in the anime because of the aforementioned anime staff. Number 18. Actually, Kishimoto has also revealed that his favorite female character is Hinata. Number 19. The tallest shinobi in the Konohagakure is Ibiki Morino. He's 6'4" and weighs 194 pounds. Number 20. The summonable toads are named after famous actors and actresses from the 80s and 90s. To list a few, Gamabunta's name comes from Bunta Sugawara. Gamaken's name comes from Takakura Ken, and Shima's name comes from Iwashita Shima. That's cool, but where's Sly Stallone? Number 21. The seal on Neji's forehead differs between the anime and manga. In the manga, it resembles a manji or swastika, which is Hindu and Buddhist symbol. However, due to the swastika's association with Nazism, it was changed to an X in the anime. Number 22. It's hard to imagine Sanji from the ever-popular One Piece as anything other than a Sanji, but he was almost a Naruto. Oda Eiichiro planned to name the blonde pirate Naruto because of his curly eyebrows, but with the series Naruto being released around the same time, things changed. Number 23. Producers of the Naruto anime planned on releasing it overseas from the get-go. They sought out music that featured many traditional Japanese instruments, such as the taiko, shakuhachi, and shamisen, with the goal of bringing forth a more unfamiliar experience for non-Japanese viewers. Number 24. The legendary Sannin, Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Orochimaru are actually taken from a classic Japanese legend titled Jiraiya Gogetsu Monogatari, or The Tale of the Gallant Jiraiya. An episode of Naruto is actually titled after the folk story. Number 25. In the anime, there's a scene where Konohamaru and Naruto enter an adult magazine store for inspiration. This scene never took place in the manga. Number 26. Gaara's brother Kankuro is named after a famous kabuki actor. His outfit resembles that of a bunraku puppeteer, and he uses puppets in combat. Kankuro is also a common name for crows, which may be why his most well-known puppet is named Crow. Number 27. Naruto's original Japanese voice and his English voice are both provided by female actresses. Number 28. The protective headbands worn in the series actually came into existence just because of Naruto's goggles. Kishimoto revealed in an interview that he created the forehead protectors because Naruto's goggles took too long to draw each week. Number 29. Gaara's tailed beast Shukaku is named after a Japanese priest who is said to have enchanted a teapot at a party so it would never be empty. He was believed to be a tanuki, which is what Shukaku is. Number 30. In the manga, Gaara has a red sash. It was changed in the anime to be white. Fascinating. Number 31. Masashi Kishimoto came up with Naruto's name while eating ramen. Naruto is short for Narutomaki, which is a type of kamaboko with a pink spiral in the middle. It's often used as a topping for ramen, and boy is it good. Number 32. Kishimoto is a fan of The Matrix and drew inspiration from the lead character, Neo, when creating Gaara. Number 33. He also drew inspiration from the film for a number of the series' outfits. Number 34. Might Guy is named after Might Senpuji and Gai Shishio, the hot-blooded protagonists of Might Gaine and Gao Gaiar, respectively. Number 35. Rock Lee is, of course, an homage to Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Number 36. The character Mifune is a samurai with a sword he calls Kurosawa. He was named after Japanese actor Toshiro Mifune, who's best known for his portrayals of samurai in a number of Akira Kurosawa's films. Number 37. Whenever an Akatsuki member had to take his robe off during a fight, he would die that battle. Weirdest finishing move ever. Number 38. To place him more staunchly in opposition to Naruto, Mizuki's least favorite food was made ramen, which is of course Naruto's all-time favorite dish. His dislike for ramen may also be a metaphor for his hatred of Iruka and Naruto. Let's take a quick break from the facts to talk about all the giveaways ChannelFrederator and Cartoon Hangover are doing every single month. This month you can win a Mega House Sasuke Uchiha figure and a Petite Charland Naruto Shippuden Chibi 6-figure pack. The giveaway goes from October 6th to October 29th, and to enter to win, all you have to do is download the ChannelFrederator app and log on. That's it. The winners will be announced via email and through the ChannelFrederator app. For the full giveaway rules, head over to channelfrederator.com/giveaway. Now, let's get back to the facts. Number 39. It's hard to tell because of how hoarse his voice is, but Orochimaru is actually voiced by a woman in Japan. Number 40. Kishimoto had no plans to show Suigetsu or Jugo fighting, but his publisher mandated that he do so. You know what we need? More violence. Number 41. In 2003, Kishimoto got married and had children. After becoming a parent, Kishimoto gave Kushina and Minato larger roles and a greater backstory. They became more heroic and self-sacrificing and were able to meet their son, Naruto. Spoilers, whoa. Based on his own experience as a father, Kishimoto wanted Naruto to make contact with his parents and the feelings they would give rise to. Number 42. Some of Kishimoto's favorite films are Star Wars, How to Train Your Dragon, Saw, and The Adventures of Tintin. His all-time favorite film, though, is Akira. Number 43. Speaking of Akira, without it, we may not have even gotten Naruto. During middle school, Kishimoto was losing interest in drawing and focused on sports instead. But after seeing one of the movie posters for Akira, his passion was reignited and he went straight back to the drawing board. Number 44. As a child, Kishimoto was unable to afford issues of Weekly Shonen Jump and borrowed the magazine from his friend instead. Now he's the creator of one and its most popular series of all time, and they're paying him. Talk about role reversal. Number 45. It's no surprise that Kishimoto became a mangaka. Even as a baby, he was drawing on walls with his own poop. Okay, well maybe there's a little TMI there, Kishimoto-sensei, we didn't need to know that. Number 46. Naruto's passion for ramen actually comes from Kishimoto himself. Number 47. When Naruto reached its 10th volume, Kishimoto was surprised because he hadn't expected the series to be so successful. Well, guess what? He made it all the way to volume 72, and he got spin-offs. Number 48. Kishimoto decided from the very start of the series that there would be no firearm-style weapons or vehicles in the world of Naruto. Number 49. Kishimoto hails from Okoyama, a town near Hiroshima. His grandparents' wartime stories influence his portrayal of war and Naruto. Number 50. Naruto and Gaara have a whole lot in common. Both their fathers are yondeime, their mothers died when they were born, and they both enjoy taking care of plants. Naruto's hobby is watering plants, and Gaara likes taking care of cacti. After the time skip, they're the same height and weight, and they both have a desire to fight Sasuke. If you add the month and the day of each of their birthdays, you'll get 20 both times. They're both Jinchuriki and have been since they were babies, and none of this is coincidence. Kishimoto did it all intentionally to make Gaara the foil of Naruto. Number 51. It's rumored that Hidan was originally going to have more complicated abilities, but editors felt it would be best to cut the fight with him short and move more quickly onto Sasuke. Good call. Number 52. It's also rumored that Tsunade and Pain were going to have a more serious battle against one another, but it was tossed so that Naruto's arrival would be the last chapter of the year. Number 53. Kishimoto actually has a twin brother named Seishi, who's also a successful manga author. He's best known for creating 666 Satan and Blazer Drive. Number 54. Because Masashi and Seishi have been drawing together since they were children, their styles are quite similar. They've actually been accused numerous times of plagiarizing one another for both art and story. The more famous Masashi has even had to request that his fans stop calling Seishi a copycat. Number 55. Sasuke is voiced by Noriaki Sugiyama, who's also the actor behind another pale and dark-haired rival in a major shonen anime, Ishida from Bleach. Number 56. Naruto isn't something I'd associate with 24, but around half of the Japanese voice cast did dubbing work for the latter series. Many of them have also done work for the Japanese Game of Thrones dub. Forget about being Hokage, Naruto should go for the Iron Throne. Number 57. Way to toy with your readers, Kishimoto. The creator of Naruto has admitted that he planted false leads on numerous occasions to tease fans of certain relationships in the series. Number 58. Kakashi's face has been one of the most persistent mysteries of the series from the very start. But the wait is over. The manga tie-in story Book of Wind finally revealed what's under the mask. It's actually the same face Pakun suggested in the manga Omega. Kakashi's real face is finally unveiled. Number 59. Kishimoto's early plans for Naruto differed completely from what we know and love today. For one, Naruto was going to take place in an urban fantasy setting and would include modern fashion and technology. The pilot for the series featured a murder investigation by police, a gun, and a motorcycle. Not anything you'd expect from Naruto's current incarnation. Number 60. Rather than having a fox demon sealed inside him, Naruto was going to be a reincarnation of the nine-tailed fox. And rather than having the fourth Hokage seal away the demon, 9 powerful men committed the deed. Of the 9, one survived to become a grumpy old man of high standing who Naruto called Chief. Based on their similarities, it's clear that he paved the way for the creation of the third Hokage. Number 61. The cast of the early pilot also differed a lot from the final version. Most of the main characters from the pilot aren't even in the series, and vice versa. Some early concept art did feature Ichiraku from the ramen shop, Kakashi, Iruka, Hinata, Ibiki, Anko, and the aforementioned Grandpa, who's similar to the third Hokage. Number 62. Kishimoto felt that the story wasn't going anywhere, so his editor advised him to introduce a rival for Naruto. This, of course, led to the creation of Sasuke Uchiha, and also Sakura, and most of the rookies actually. Number 63. The Akatsuki members were all intended to resemble monsters with little to no human qualities. This is more noticeable in some of the members, but all have various traits that distance them from humanity. Konan, for example, can turn into paper, and Sasori is actually a puppet. Some like Itachi and Kisame developed more sympathetic qualities as they went on. Number 64. Boruto and Himawari were both meant to have Byakugan, but whoops, when chapter 700 rolled around, Kishimoto forgot to draw them with it. Himawari has since developed the Byakugan, but it's up in the air as to whether or not Boruto will get what he's owed. Maybe the mistake was for the best though. He wouldn't resemble Naruto as much without those big baby blue eyes. Number 65. Rock Lee is the character who Masashi Kishimoto has the most fun drawing. And why wouldn't he? Rock Lee looks like Dimitri Martin's avatar. Number 66. Sai's favorite word is nakama, which translates to comrades in English, or bro. Number 67. His hobbies are drawing and calligraphy, and his favorite food is momen tofu. His least favorite food is mitarashi dango. Number 68. Sai's least favorite food may put him at odds with Anko Mitarashi, who loves sweet bean soup and dango. Plus, she's named after 2 popular types of dango, including Mitarashi dango. Number 69. Kakashi may be the most popular character in Naruto. He's always placed in the top 3 for character popularity polls, and when the third databook for the series compiled the results of the first 6 polls, he came out as number 1 with 48,469 total votes. He is kind of the Donald Trump of Naruto. only 1,000 times better. Number 70, Kakashi has completed a whopping total of 1,141 official missions. He's done 197 D rank, 190 C rank, 414 B rank, 298 A rank, and 42 S rank. Number 71. When creating Naruto, Kishimoto drew inspiration from Goku from the Dragon Ball franchise. He wanted to make what he felt was an ideal hero, someone with a straightforward way of thinking and a mischievous side. He also kept Naruto simple and stupid because he dislikes smart characters, which is weird because Shikamaru is awesome. Number 72. Naruto's outfits were based on clothes Kishimoto himself wore when he was younger. Number 73. Kishimoto has revealed that he identifies the most with Naruto out of all the characters in the series. He said that his childhood was quite similar to Naruto's years in the academy. Number 74. Naruto's favorite phrase is miso chashu omori. In English, this means a large serving of miso ramen with roasted pork fillet. Not hard to guess where he's using it. Number 75. When Naruto was created, his birthday, October 10, was Health and Sports Day in Japan. However, in 1999, the holiday was moved to the second Monday of October. Take notes, America, we need another holiday. Number 76. At the start of the series, Naruto was the shortest of the Konoha 11, but ultimately, he became the tallest of the group at 180 centimeters. That being said, Sasuke isn't included in the Konoha 11 and ends up 2 centimeters taller than his rival, Naruto. Well, you can't win them all, Naruto. I'm sorry, bud. Number 77. If you've got sharp eyes, you may have spotted Naruto in One Piece. No way. In the background, on the cover page of the manga's 766th chapter, the person behind Nami is implied to be Naruto himself. He's wearing a Chengpao with the Konoha symbol on it and is eating Luffy's favorite food, meat. Luffy, in turn, is eating Naruto's favorite food, ramen. Number 78. In the 700th chapter of Naruto, Boruto's graffiti includes scribbling the symbol of the Straw Hat Pirates on the forehead protector of Naruto's statue. Number 79. When creating Sasuke, Kishimoto read a variety of manga to help grasp what a rivalry should consist of. He took the ideal elements he gathered and formulated them into one relationship. Number 80. Sasuke was mainly inspired by Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. When the Shinobi World War arc was taking place, the relationship between Sasuke and Naruto had developed into something similar to that of Vegeta and Goku in Dragon Ball. Number 81. Kishimoto paid special attention to make sure Sasuke didn't get too emotional because he was meant to be Naruto's opposite. His character type was that of a cool genius. Number 82. Throughout the series run, Sasuke has consistently been the most difficult character for Kishimoto to draw. Despite this, he's become the creator's most favorite character to draw. Number 83. The creator initially tried to keep Sasuke's hair short to minimize his drawing time. As the series went on, Sasuke's hair grew longer and longer and longer, along with the time it took to draw him. Dude is like a rock star. Number 84. Sasuke's hobbies are training and taking walks. Not too exciting, to be honest. His favorite foods are omusubi and okaka, and tomatoes. His least favorite foods are natto and pretty much anything sweet. Number 85. Did you know that Sasuke is actually ambidextrous? Typically punching and using Chidori with his left hand and then wielding his sword with his right. When asked to raise his dominant arm by Hagoromo, though, he chose his left. Number 86. Kishimoto didn't originally intend for Sakura to be the series' heroine. In fact, he's said multiple times that he still has a hard time viewing her as such. He chalks it up to his own inability to draw good heroine characters. Number 87. Kishimoto created Sakura as a girl with an inability to understand men, which was the best example of a heroine he could come up with at the time. He wanted to make a character that was somewhat irritating but well-intentioned. Kishimoto has grown fond of Sakura and feels that her personality traits are common among all people, giving her a real sense of humanity. Number 88. Kishimoto has said that he lacked the experience needed to make Sakura cute when he started the series. In fact, he and many of the manga staff agree that she was far from cute. He's implied that she's become cuter since then. Number 89. One of Sakura's key physical traits is her broad forehead. Kishimoto sometimes focuses on it so much when drawing her that he makes it a little too large. Let's be real, she's practically a 5-head. Number 90. Sakura's name means cherry blossom in Japanese. Her pink hair was intended to resemble her namesake flowers and to give her that Lady Gaga vibe. Number 91. Sasuke may hate anything sweet, but Sakura dislikes anything spicy. Opposites attract, I guess? Her favorite foods are syrup-coated anko dumplings, umboshi, and amitsu. Number 92. Kishimoto has said that out of Team 7, Sakura would make the best ninja instructor. I totally agree, by the way. He's also said that she's the closest to being normal out of her team, despite having flaws in her personality. Well, when two crazies like Naruto and Sasuke are your competition, it's like, yeah, Number 93. Some other possible names for Kakashi included Kuwa, Kama, Botan, and Inoki. Respectively, they mean hoe, scythe, peony, and nettle tree. Kakashi means scarecrow. Number 94. Because of the schedule constraints of writing a weekly manga, there was no way Kishimoto could have everything planned out in advance. I mean, Naruto ran for a whopping 15 years. And unlike some other creators, Kishimoto rarely took pauses to research. As a result, there's a lot of retconning, contradictions, and plot holes in the series. Naruto, the Seinfeld of anime. No, actually, Naruto would be like the Lost of anime. Number 95. The original plan was to make Itachi just as evil as he seemed. Kishimoto only thought of making him an anti-villain later on, which better explains why Itachi would mentally torture his oh-so-beloved brother Sasuke for literally 24 hours straight. Number 96. The Kyuubi was actually the only tailed beast that Kishimoto originally planned for. The other Jinchuriki were conceived later. This is why when Shukaku is introduced, he's only described as being similar to the Kyuubi. It's also why no one seems to know what a Jinchuriki is earlier in the series, despite the fact that they're clearly established later as a major part of the Naruto universe. Number 97. If I had to guess Itachi's favorite word, I'd imagine it'd be something like familicide, but I'd probably be wrong. His favorite word is heiwa, or in English, peace. Number 98. In opposition to Sasuke's food preferences, Itachi loves sweets, with dango being his favorite. His foods of choice were cabbage and onigiri with seaweed in them. Number 99. Itachi's hobby was visiting traditional Japanese cafes. Number 100. When Kishimoto first conceived them, Sakura and Rock Lee were meant to symbolize human weakness. Number 101. When Madara was at the height of his villainy, Kishimoto was literally so straight up with the readers, he revealed, "I still don't know how I'm going to have Madara defeated." Number 102. Another juicy tidbit he left out was, from the beginning of the series, he always thought about Sasuke becoming Hokage. Number 103. The Naruto data books have statistics for each character, quantifying their different strengths and attributes. Jiraiya and Itachi are tied for having the highest total stats. Number 104. Of all the student-teacher relationships in Naruto, Kishimoto likes the one between Naruto and Jiraiya the most. I mean, me too. Number 105. Minato's favorite food was Kushina's cooking. Number 106. Minato's favorite phrase was "the fire's shadow illuminates the village." Kushina's was "don't give up until the very end." Number 107. When Masashi Kishimoto was asked what he hopes readers will take away from this series, he said, "In real life, it's hard for people to understand each other because of things like differences in culture or upbringing. As you grow up, you start to see that sometimes things in life don't go right. But I created Naruto to tell the younger generation that although there's hardship in life, you can get along. Other than that, I would rather let the audience themselves find out what they can get from Naruto."
And last up in our marathon is a look at the interestingly intertwined family trees. From the origins of Indra and Ashura sprouted the Uchiha and Uzumaki clans. Two clans destined to be interlinked until the curse of hatred was broken. There's a lot going on here, so I'll let this video explain it all. This is the Naruto family tree, Uzumaki and Uchiha clans.
Just so you know, there's gonna be spoilers. I'm going into detail on all of these characters, and you know, they're pretty important. Okay, now I'm gonna get into the details like I'm Ancestry.com. At the very top of this family tree, we've got...
Did you say tweet?
Tweet? I said the tweet. At the very top of this family tree, we've got Kaguya Otsutsuki. Believe it or not, she's related to both Naruto and Sasuke. Although I mostly know her as the surprise final boss at the end of Naruto, she's so much more. 1,000 years before her fight against Naruto and Sasuke, Kaguya came to Earth on a mission to find the God Tree and retrieve its fruit for her clan. Shortly after arriving, Kaguya got pregnant. I'll leave it to you to play Mori Povich and guess who the father is. Was it a local emperor named Tenji, or her fellow celestial being, Ishiki Otsutsuki? The anime, the manga, and even the Boruto manga all have different answers. Eventually, she successfully uncovers the God Tree fruit, but instead of taking it back to her people, Kaguya takes a little nibble out of it. That nibble imbues her with chakra and the Rinne Sharingan, a powerful ocular jutsu that can do just about anything. Kaguya uses her power to bring peace to planet Earth, ending all wars. She places humanity under the infinite Tsukuyomi Genjutsu, keeping them from doing further harm. She frees only enough humans to procreate, get yours girl, and continue the human race. Kaguya gives birth to two children, Hamura and Hagoromo Otsutsuki. She imbues her kids with chakra, creating two more jutsu users. Hamura and Hagoromo also have access to the Byakugan and Rinnegan ocular jutsu, respectively. Kaguya combines with the God Tree to form the 10 Tails in a quest for more power. But that's not enough. She wants to eat her sons so she can reclaim their power too. The brothers defeat Mom, but not before she releases Black Zetsue onto the world. They seal 10 Tails in Hagoromo, creating the first Jinchuriki. Kaguya's body and the 10 Tails husk are shaped into a massive sphere, which becomes the moon. For everyone else, saving the planet and making the moon would be career-ending achievements, but not for Kaguya's boys. Hamura Otsutsuki goes on to meet a nice human gal, and they have a kid that inherits his Byakugan. That kid would then go on to have another kid, and so on. And that's the lineage of the Hyuga clan, including Neji and Hinata. As much as I'd love to get into their whole history, I've got to stay focused on Naruto and Sasuke for now. After living on Earth for a while, Hamura decides to spend some time on the moon to, ensure his mother remains sealed. She's there, in the moon, in the sky, just waiting. Meanwhile, Hamura's brother Hagoromo Tsutsuki goes on to enlighten humanity. After his mother's defeat, Hagoromo travels the land doing good deeds, awakening chakra nodes in humans, and teaching them various techniques and mantras. And so, the way of the ninja is born as a religion known as Ninshu. Hagoromo became known as the Sage of Six Paths. Later in life, Hagoromo separates the 10 Tails into 9 distinct beasts. That's impressive and all, but as far as Naruto and Sasuke are concerned, Hagoromo's greatest achievements are his 2 sons, Indra and Asura. Indra, Hagoromo's firstborn, is a freaking prodigy. First, he officially invents ninjutsu before he even turns 10. Man, I feel like a failure right now. He also inherits most of his father's abilities and combat prowess. This includes the Sharingan, which again, he's able to use expertly. Indra's only flaw is that he's kind of an asshole. Despite all his talent, Indra lacks compassion and treats most people like tools to fuel his own goals. Black Zetsu notices Indra's lack of compassion and has, private chats with him to achieve his own goals. He's successful at 10, is an asshole. Yep, that's a content creator, right? Hagoromo's second child, Asura, is his brother's complete opposite. He lacks his father's distinct ocular abilities and, really, any of his combat ability. I mean, sure, okay, he's strong enough, but it's nothing to write home about. But despite his lack of power, Asura has a kind-hearted nature that just draws people in, a perfect quality for a leader to have. As his life goes on, Hagoromo has to choose between Indra and Asura for his successor. Whoever he picks will inherit all his power and continue to pursue his goals of world peace. Instead of choosing Indra like literally everyone expected, Hagoromo chooses his far more kind-hearted son, Asura. Even Asura thinks that Indra should receive his father's power, but that only further convinces Hagoromo that Asura is the one who's truly worthy. After being endowed with his father's strength, Asura is now pretty tough. Black Zetsu fans Indra's flames of jealousy, enticing him to try overtaking his brother. Indra tries to best Asura, but he just can't. Even though Indra was always the stronger one, now he's no match for Asura's newfound Sage of the Six Paths power. Frustrated by his defeat, Indra vows to take out his younger brother and destroy the whole Ninshu religion. Family, am I right? Eventually, Indra starts a family, founding what would become the Uchiha clan. Asura starts his own family too. He has a wife named Kana and 3 children, forming the lineage of the Senju and Uzumaki clans. During Hagoromo's final days, both of his sons separately come to visit him. Indra promises that even if he can't decimate Ninshu in this life, he'll reincarnate and destroy it when nobody's looking. When Hagoromo later tells Asura about his brother's vow, Asura stubbornly replies that he too will reincarnate to stop Indra. These reincarnations continue to happen again and again, and war rages on between Indra and Asura until they reincarnate into one pair, Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju. These two seemingly make amends and found the village of Konoha. Hashirama settles down and marries Mito Uzumaki, and all is well for a time. Konoha endures, providing a home for Indra and Asura's descendants, the Uchiha, Uzumaki, and Senju clans. Naruto's parents were Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. As you can tell from her name, Kushina is a member of the Uzumaki clan. Like Naruto, she has had lofty goals as far back as her academy days. She wants to become the first female Hokage. Kushina also has special chakra, making her a very valuable asset to the Uzumaki clan and a perfect Jinchuriki for the nine-tailed beast. She inherits the beast from Mito Uzumaki. Growing up, Kushina always felt super insecure. First of all, she hated her red hair, a trademark of the Uzumaki clan. The red made her stand out from her peers, and she stood out enough already after moving from the Uzumaki village to Konoha. Not to mention she had a nine-tailed beast in her belly. We all saw what that did to Naruto. It's Not good. When Kushina's around 12, a group of ninja from the hidden Cloud Village kidnap her. But along the way, she litters her kidnapper's trail with her striking red hairs, giving any observant ninja a path right to her. Still, even the most seasoned shinobi have trouble locating Kushina, except for one, Minato Namikaze. After Minato rescues her, Kushina begins to fall for him and really starts to appreciate her own red hair. Like his future wife, Minato also yearned to one day be Hokage, hoping to earn the villagers' respect. Some labeled him a once-in-a-generation prodigy, but he didn't come into his own until he reached Genin rank and joined Jiraiya's squad. Jiraiya was impressed by Minato's aptitude for combat and decided to take him on as his personal apprentice. The two forged an unbreakable bond. Minato went on to learn many of Jiraiya's signature techniques, including making a pact with Mount Myoboku, the Toad Sage Mountain. Jiraiya believed that Minato could be the child of prophecy, a student of Jiraiya's that the great Toad Sage predicted would bring about peace. Both Minato and Kushina fought in the Third Great Shinobi War. Kushina made a name for herself by using her clan's unique jutsu and the nine-tailed fox to dominate the battlefield. Minato also gained impressive skills over the years, like the Rasengan and the Flying Raijin teleportation jutsu. Minato's incredible speed earned him the nickname Yellow Flash, and he went on to lead a squad of all-star genin featuring Kakashi Hatake, Obito Uchiha, and Rin Nohara. Kakashi was his star pupil. In this house, we stand Kakashi. Sasuke's father, Fugaku Uchiha, was another star of the Third Great Shinobi War. Fugaku was a prolific shinobi, known for leading the Uchiha and captaining the Konoha military police force. He was skilled with his Sharingan and had a natural knack for ninjutsu. He also perfected the Uchiha's fireball jutsu. So yeah, he was a certifiable genius, much like his two sons. During the Third War, he even earned the moniker of Wicked Eye Fugaku. Fugaku's achievements even rivaled Minato's, so his subordinates were disappointed when he didn't gain the same post-war glory. He did leave the war with one thing: a Mangekyo Sharingan, but he kept that under wraps. He believed ocular jutsu would be strong enough to control the nine-tailed fox if it ever came to it. As the Third War concluded, many in the Uchiha clan advocated for Fugaku to be installed as the fourth Hokage, but that position ultimately went to Minato. Fugaku's clansmen saw this as a slight. They felt that the village looked down on the Uchiha people. Things were already tense between Konoha and the Uchiha, but this just added fuel to the fire. Eventually, this tension escalated into a failed coup d'etat led by Fugaku. At some point after the Third War, Fugaku married Mikoto Uchiha. We don't know the specifics, but we do know that Mikoto was a strong kunoichi in her own right, rising to the rank of jonin. She was close friends with Kushina Uzumaki, and they bonded over raising their children. Mikoto already had one baby of her own, Itachi Uchiha. From the day Itachi was born, Fugaku groomed him to one day lead the Uchiha clan. At age 4, Fugaku took Itachi on a little field trip to learn about the horrors of war.
Hey son, do you want to learn about the horrors of war?
Come watch these corpses with me, yes! The trip made an impression on Itachi, cementing him as a lifelong pacifist with the goal of ending all war, by any means necessary. From this point on, Itachi trained non-stop with his goal in mind. The following year was big for him. His favorite baby brother, Sasuke Uchiha, was born. But more importantly, the nine-tailed fox attacked Konoha. During the attack, Naruto Uzumaki was born to Kushina and Minato. Kushina and Minato died shortly after Naruto's birth, sealing their chakra into Naruto so he could meet them as ninja force ghosts later in life. And Naruto was also imbued with the nine-tailed fox's chakra. Itachi believed that the Nine-Tails attack was the work of the Uchiha clan, a full-on rebellion against Konoha. Other villagers thought so too, so the Uchiha clan made themselves scarce and moved to the outskirts of the village to avoid any trouble. A year later, at age 6, Itachi entered the academy and graduated by the time he turned 7. Fugaku noticed his son's rising status, so he invited him to attend secret Uchiha meetings held in Naka Shrine. Itachi rose through the ranks, eventually joining Konoha's covert ops team, Anbu. Fugaku tapped his young son to work as a double agent, spying on Konoha's inner workings for the Uchiha. But instead, Itachi spied on the Uchiha and relayed all his information back to Konoha's leadership. By age 12, Itachi was on the outs with his clan. They could tell he's not on their team. So Fugaku placed his bets on the younger brother and swaps in Sasuke as the new future leader of the Uchiha. Not long after, Itachi is ordered to slaughter his own clan. He does so, but spares Sasuke's life. Sure, it could be interpreted as an act of mercy, or Itachi could have kept Sasuke alive so he'd know who who it was that slaughtered the Uchiha. Sasuke carries that weight with him for most of the Naruto series proper, determined to kill Itachi and avenge his family. So you already know that Naruto and Sasuke go on a whole gigantic adventure, so we don't have to detail it here. Just go check out our Naruto timeline if you are curious. Once humanity is, I guess, saved, you know, things calm down, and Naruto and Sasuke start their own families. As we all know, Naruto becomes Hokage and settles down with Hinata best girl Hyuga. The pair are like kind of distant cousins to some degree, given their shared ancestry, but we're just gonna...
It's far enough.
It's far enough. What matters to this family tree are their two children, Boruto Uzumaki and Himawari Uzumaki. Both of them become shinobi. Boruto is basically just a stronger, faster version of his father in a smaller body. So small. Himawari, on the other hand, looks identical to her mother, but with Naruto's big blue eyes. She's got a kind, cheerful demeanor, just like Hinata, but she's still got a touch of Kushina's temper. Sasuke has also settled down, tying the knot with Sakura Haruno and having a daughter, Sarada Uchiha. I still don't know how to feel about that marriage. I have thoughts. Sarada has her mother's intelligence with a dash of her father's superhuman strength. Even though Boruto and Sarada can't stand their own parents, they totally admire each other's. These two are off having their own adventures in Boruto, so go watch that if you want to see more.
Believe it. That wasn't so difficult now, was it? I bet you could graduate from the academy as a genin at this point. What did you think of the video? Did you learn anything new? Do you want any more Frederator Naruto content? Make sure you let us know down in the comments and subscribe to Channel Frederator for more like this. And remember, Frederator loves you.